Hey, bitch. It's JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back. Listen, we got to talk about love after lockup. So let us go ahead and get right on into it. We actually got a chance to meet a new couple. I believe it's, what is it, Millie and MJ, or is it Willie and MJ? Whatever it is, we'll discuss it when we get to that point. Right now, I want to talk about Kate Hunter and Miss Callie, okay? Because that is a fucking mess. And when we see Kate having the conversation, girl, I'm thinking Kate may be in a private room. But then I was like, wait a minute, is she in a private room? Or she's standing right there next to the bar talking to this man being embarrassed, okay? And she was, y'all. She was standing right next to the bar, honey, because when she finished this conversation, she looked right over with a smile saying she want a drink. I mean, it's a mess. Mm. It's a mess, okay? But let's talk about it. So Hunter talks to her and lets her know that he's still talking to the other chicks that she told him to cut off about a week or two ago. Girl, he's still in conversation with these people. He says that he still plans to ghost those ladies. So he's like, chill out, hold what you got, because the plan that you and I concocted, like, it's still going down the way that you may think that it's going to go down. We're still going to do that. I just, I'm going to be in here a little longer than what I thought. So, I'm going to need to get a little more money, and to avoid from having to come to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to still rock with these ladies, you know what I'm saying? Like, just help me out right here. And she's like, listen, I don't know about all of that. Okay, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I should take you serious. Like, I don't even think I could trust your ass, to be honest with you, okay? And so he tries to throw up in her face, like, well, a lot of this is your idea, so you feeling a way about anything. We really wouldn't be in this situation that we're in if it wasn't for you, okay? This really was your idea. So I didn't really like how he kind of threw that back in her face, but then at the same time, he wasn't wrong. It's like, you did create this for yourself. Like, I figured it would backfire. Yes, I did. I figured it would backfire on her, but at the same time, I really didn't like how he was using that against her. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, regardless of whether it was her idea or not, y'all had an agreement, okay? And now she's asking you to cut it off, and you saying how much you care about her, you love her, you want to be with her and stuff. So if that's the case, then sir, I just feel like it shouldn't be that bad for you to just go ahead and peace out. You know what I'm saying? Cut the ladies off. Like, you see how she feeling. Like, just cut them off. But anywho, what she doesn't know is that he done fell for Callie. All right. Some part of me feels like I could see him cutting off the other ladies, but Callie, of course not, because he really is connected to her. But then at the same time, why would he cut them off? One, you on the outside, you don't really know everything that's going on the inside. So then why would I cut them off when they giving me money and shit? And I'm in here trying to survive. Like, girl, you'll be okay. But anywho, it is what it is. All right. So she says that she has to stay on his roster. So basically, she's feeling away. All right. And she says, so I just feel like I have to stay on your roster while you continue to play games with these other ladies. As much as I don't want to go up for him, I do feel like she makes it very easy for us to do just that. I do. It's like, ma'am, you were okay being on the roster as it was originally. I do think that she might have an idea that he has gotten a stronger connection with somebody else. Granny, he did kind of tell her that in like the first or second episode that he kind of like effed up with one of them or something. I think he did. Right. And so she was like, she wanted him to cut it off. So maybe that's the idea. Like, she doesn't want him to get a deeper connection with anybody than what he already has, because they went into this with the understanding that it's just for you to get money. It's just for you to be on survival mode. And then we just gone on by our business. Right. And now things are changing, and these are the risks that you take. Now, I am kind of here for her, kind of slip pimping his ass just a little bit. But the risks that come with it is that he may fall in love with somebody else, and you're going to have to, girl, it's embarrassing. I hate it for anywho. So he says that he loves her, but he also cares for Kaylee or whatever. And he talks about how Kaylee got his heart. That's fucked up. That's messed up. Okay. That's messed up. And I feel like it's so messed up because the person that you're connected to is somebody that you know in person. Y'all have been around each other. You've dated previously and everything. So I would expect that person to have more of a connection to you, because y'all have had that physical connection. But no, you've only had a phone connection with a whole nother woman, and she got your heart. And girl, that means she got your mind too. Just a little piece, okay? That's crazy. Meanwhile, you got Miss Kate over here losing her shit in public, okay? Because she's over here like this was supposed to be a fantasy. It was supposed to be a whole fantasy, and I feel like I'm getting played in this moment. Yeah, girl, you is. You is getting played. And the fantasy to me is you thinking that it was just going to be on some player type shit. You know what I'm saying? You just thought that it was gonna be on some sugar baby, sugar mama type shit. That's what you thought. Girl, I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel because I don't like the fact that Hunter is not keeping it real with her. So it does make me feel a way about him. But at the same time, I feel like you've been okay with this behavior for a long time. And now you want to switch it up? I guess, girl. But anywho, let's keep going. Let's keep going. So yeah, I just felt like he was playing in her face, but we'll see how this goes because she opened the door for this, and that's that. So Hunter ends up calling her later on to apologize for everything and tells her that he wants her and to trust him. He wants her to trust him, and she wants him to break it all off. She like, listen, I hear what the fuck you saying, but if you think I give a damn in this moment, I absolutely do not. Okay, so I'm gonna need you, sir. I'm going to need you to break it all off or I'm out the fucking door. It's really just that simple, right? And so he tells her, they're gone. Don't you worry about it. They're gone. We're together. You're mine. And, with you being mine, you're going to be my wife and all of this other stuff that he's telling her. And I think he told her something about, I'm going to come home to you. I'm just like, girl, this man's so full of shit. He's so full of it. I need him to get out. I don't like the fact that when he did get on the phone with Kaylee, he does tell her some news and he lets her know that, oh, you remember the little sexcapade or whatever we had the other night? I got tickets for that. So that may have landed me an additional 30 to 60 days in jail. So she's sad about that. I do question. I'm ready for him to get out. I don't need you adding no more days, Hunter, because I'm ready for you to get out so that we can see who you're going to choose and who you're going to choose and who's going to show up to pick you up from prison. I need to see that. I feel like it's going to be Kate. I feel like Kate is primarily the reason they are on this show in my personal. And I feel like he probably would go home with Kate. Girl, it's just going to be a mess. And I'm ready to see the mess outside of the prison. So, listen, just go ahead and get out. Don't add no more days, okay? We need you to not be so much of a sex addict or whatever the case is that you got to get all these breasts shown in your face, seeing a little cootie twat and all this extra stuff. Like, sir, hurry up and get your ass up out of there, okay? Child, this man over here talking about how Miss Kaylee is his twin flame. I'm sorry. He says that Kaylee, whatever her name is, he says that she has his heart and it's a different connection. And I think he said that she treats him like a baby and all this other stuff. Y'all and they're in this honeymoon phase and he doesn't want them to leave that space. But you are. Once she gets you in her house, okay, living with you for real, girl, honeymoon phase is going to be over very quickly. But I really don't think he's as into her as he tries to portray. I really think that he only likes the fact that she is willing to go so far when it comes to sex. I think it is a sexual connection that they have developed. But, y'all let me know y'all thoughts about it. Miss Ma'am feels like she's engaged to him because obviously he about to propose to her before he sat up there and proposed to Miss Kate. Callie done went down there and done found her a damn ring at some antique store. And I'm just like, this is going to be so bad if this man comes out. You supposed to be engaged to him, but he with a whole nother. This is just a mess. It's a mess. Okay, it's a mess. Let's get to Sam and Crystal because y'all know I can't stand Crystal. Okay, so Sam hanging out with his good old buddy Cameron, and he ended up getting a hangover or whatnot. And while he's over there chilling, of course, Miss Crystal gives him a call, check in on him because he's supposed to be coming to see her that day. Also, she wanted her grandmama to come too, but unfortunately, I guess the grandma couldn't come. He couldn't get in touch with her or whatever. So, that's that, he does go by the grandma house trying to check on her, see if she's okay or whatever the case is. When he said that the grandmama wasn't going to be able to make it because she wasn't feeling good, I really don't think that grandma like her. I really don't. I think that she loves her, but do she really like her? I feel like she probably gave her grandmother hell just a little bit, okay? I think her grandmama want that man I do. I think grandmama want that man just a little piece. I wouldn't be surprised later on we find out they had some little something going on. Okay? Because he over there talking about she his other wife or some shit like that. And she was trying to figure out if she was first or second hand. There's something going on. But anywho, back to Crystal calling him. She did apologize about, how she hung up in his face or whatever when he was at the pool hall or whatever. And she asked about what they did that night. Did they get into anything else or whatever? Sam's supposed to be going to see her. I'm thinking that Sam is going to be taking Cameron to the airport, but he's not. Cameron's going to get his own ride, and then he's going to fly out on his own. Meanwhile, you guys, Sam is packing up so he can head out so that he could go and see Miss Crystal. Well, because the grandmama's not answering the phone, Crystal's like, I need you to stop by there and check on her. He's like, well, I ain't really got that type of time because I got to get to you, and it's a 3-hour drive just to get to you. She is 30 minutes out the damn way for me. But, of course, he does whatever it is that the girl wants him to do. He drives 30 minutes out of his schedule, get over to the Rita house, beat on her door, knock on her door, trying to see what she ain't answering or none of that. He hops in the car, heads on the way. And when I tell y'all the timing of the way Crystal kept calling him, you would have thought that Crystal was out of prison. I didn't know you get that many chances to call somebody back to back like that. In prison. But I mean, maybe it depends on the one she got, child. Maybe the prisons is more advanced. Some of them is, I guess. So, yeah, she over there blowing up the phone, trying to see what's going on with Rita. So he like, I went over there, called her, knocked on the door. She ain't answer. I got to get on the road because I'm trying to make it to you. She said, well, you really ain't got to come. In so many words, basically saying like, if it doesn't work out for me to see you this time around, like it's okay, like it'll be all right. And he like, I'm tired of hearing that because I think he may have not been able to see her the last time. So he's like, I want to see you. Like, I'm not, I need to see you. Okay. I need to have some type of connection with you since I can't get no sexual or any, I got to have some type of physical touch. Listen, Sam, you got played. That lady is not, I do not believe she's interested in him. I do not believe she's attracted to him in any shape, form, or fashion. I think that he's the only man that showed up that was willing to give her his all, literally. And so she saw that and she honed in on that. And she has been taking advantage of him every step of the way. If she does continue to stay in this relationship with him, it is primarily because of the show and because she ain't gonna want to be lonely. But make no mistakes about it. As controlling as she is behind bars, I can imagine what it's like on the outside. Okay? And then I just really feel like whatever Sam gets, he gets because did she hit her husband on the head with a knife or something like that? Now, granted, sometimes I do feel like a lot of women are locked up because of DV situations and them defending themselves. That's not all women's situation, but I do feel like that's most women that's locked up in prison. But when you see certain behavior displayed by this particular woman, okay, in addition to what she did to the last husband, I hate it for you. I hate it for you. It's not putting two and two together at all, okay? And being the fact that she's in prison and may be there for another 7 years, I feel like you could easily get a divorce from this bitch. Easily. I want him to. But his self-esteem is so in the gutter and the trash that him doing and him overdoing it, for her and her aunt and her grandma makes him feel worthy or valuable or something like that, like needed, wanted. And that lady don't even much like you like that. But I guess, anyway. So Crystal talks about being raised by her mama, stepdad, terrible situation, led her to go live with her grandma, okay? Sam tells Cameron about how his whole schedule revolves around Rita and Crystal, and he hopes that they recognize his sacrifices, the things that he sacrificed. Child. Cameron's over there like, listen, in so many words, Cameron's like, I feel like your ass being used, bruh. I do. I think Miss Ma'am over there using the fuck out you. All right, I feel like you came in at a time of need when she needed somebody and she finna use you to fuck up. It's just that, I don't know what I say, baby. It's giving that, okay? So Cameron thinks he's unable to live his life because of Crystal, and I agree 1,000%. 1,000%. And then you done move to a state, you really ain't got no friends. I don't feel like you're putting yourself in a position to get to know more people or have more friends because you don't think that Crystal's really gonna approve of that. I feel like the only friend or friends you may have may be the people that you work with. And that can be okay, potentially, because you can meet some really good people at work, right? But we don't see you with them. So it's just I can't stand it, child. But anywho, Crystal calls him as he's on his way to the prison, and we got into that. We got into the grandma, all of that. All right. Basically, Sam is at a place where he's starting to question where he gets his fulfillment from. Okay, because he's doing so much for everybody else. Now he's questioning things, and I'm like, Sam, go away from us with this. Okay, you and Crystal are a couple that I actually would not mind if Crystal is going to be in prison for another 7 years, so that we don't have to see y'all on the show no more. Okay, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to take her. Okay, she's about gonna get on my nerves just as much as the last girl from last season with the thin, brittle hair. I can't think of her name. But well, I forgot what that girl name. Bianca, was it Bianca? I can't remember. I couldn't stand her. But Crystal gonna get on my nerves. Like, and they both just got dark energy, and I'm cool on it. Anywho, let's move on. We get to the new couple, which is MJ and Willie. All right. So she's Tongan, and I hope I said that right. And she says that she can't, in her family, right? She comes from a very big family. They're all about, I would say, spirituality. And she says that, they can't talk about certain things. They can't really talk about sex. They can't cuss. It's a lot of things that they can't do. So she's typically the rebellious one, okay? She's the black sheep of the family because she don't always follow along with what the hell they want. So she talks about how she met her man, Willie. And she said that she met him at the age of 21. But I believe she was married at the time. He was married at the time. And from my understanding with Willie, Willie says that his cousin was married to her sister or something like that. So that's how he knows her. But he never looked at her like anything more than what she was because he was married, right? And it wasn't until after they got a divorce that, they ended up being in contact, okay? So she ended up getting a divorce too. So they both ended up getting a divorce. And I guess and not only with him getting a divorce, but him also being behind bars, I'm sure that is how they bonded because they needed somebody to fill that time. And why not somebody that they're familiar with? That's kind of what it was given, okay? Now, he lets us know that he was arrested on drug charges and aggravated assault. Now, I cannot recall how long he's been in there in comparison to the time that he's going to get out, so my bad. She still keeps up with her ex-husband, though, and that is a problem. When you listen to her talk at the confessionals and just talk about her ex, she misses that man. She said it was a very hard time for her. It sounds like it's a marriage that she's still not over. And if that man wanted to be with her today, she would be with him. Oh, not to mention that when she had to go back to, I think it was Utah that they're from, because her mom was sick, she ended up seeing her ex and she ended up fucking her ex-husband. Okay? She misses that man. She wants that man. She prefers that man. And I'm willing to believe that that man is going to be a problem in this relationship. Now, I kind of like, that's a different type of messy there, girl. That's a different type of messy right there, honey. And I am slick here for it. Okay. Now let's keep going. So, she says that she wants to be with Willie, but it seems like she has a lot of unresolved feelings for that ex. Now, she says that she started drinking, y'all, because she got a drinking issue. That led to her getting a DUI, okay? And she says that she was on probation for 2 years and she's been sober for about a year. But this lady says she started drinking at the age of 13. She said she just like the way it tastes. Now, I don't know how old I was. I'm going to be real honest with y'all. My mama, I don't even know if she know this. Somebody had like a beer can. I don't even know who house I was at or whose it was. And that's more of a reason why I should have put my mouth on that. But I went to go and it was like they had drunk it all the way down, so it like a little swig in it. I'm like, what is this? Like, why y'all drink? This is nasty. What kind of shit is that? Okay? Beer is disgusting to me. Now, I do remember some of y'all trying to recommend a different type of beer. I don't remember. Y'all can put it back down in the chat. But, I don't really drink like that. I'm not a drinker, for real. If I drink, I'm going to have like a glass of wine or something like that. But, and then I might occasionally have like a drink that's like a fruity drink or something like that, like a daiquiri. If yeah, like an alcoholic daiquiri. Do they have like alcoholic daiquiri type things? Something like that. I think it's another name. There's another name as well. But I might get something like that. But I can have a wonderful time and vibe and not really have to have anything to drink. When I would go out a lot and I would have a drink at that time, like what Because honestly, most of my 20s, I didn't drink at all. Maybe like my late 20s when I moved to Atlanta, and early 30s. Like whenever I would go out, be on the club scene, having fun or whatever, brown would typically be something that I like, like back when Remy VSOP was so popular and all of that. Like I would do some brown because I feel like when I woke up the next morning, I just felt like it didn't make me feel like I was under the table type thing. But I'm not really, and maybe that's because my mama never drunk. She never my mom and dad never did any of that. They didn't smoke, they didn't drink around me. So I don't know if that's why I don't. But as I got older, I just never really actually when I was in, I didn't understand it. I didn't understand the hype when I was in college. I didn't really understand the hype when I was in high school. I didn't get it. But anyway, girl, y'all do what y'all want to do. That's y'all life. Y'all drink on. Y'all might like a good drink, but it don't mean that y'all are irresponsible with it, all right? But all in all, she was, okay? At 13, she liked how it tastes. She got a hold of some good beer. Okay? She started drinking on that and she couldn't stop. All right? She could not fucking stop. I also feel like she used that drinking because she was sick of that damn household she was living in, okay? Wanting to live a different lifestyle and be out here amongst everybody else in the world, but your family is telling you, no, you got to stick to these family values, all right? So, I think she will, go behind the house and get her a little drinky lank and do all that other stuff. That's why she the black sheep of the family. But anyway, girl, I blame part of the family too. But she also goes on to say that she's been sober or whatever like that for about a year. And I don't believe her. I don't believe her. She definitely pulled a Karen Huger when they was like, oh, you want something to drink? She's like, oh, no, I'm not drinking. Oh, you're not drinking? The people seem to be surprised. What? You ain't got no drink? And she's like, well, I got that TUI, remember? Like, basically, girl, you're not finna catch me drinking on camera. Bitches, you crazy? Don't even offer me no shit like that. What's wrong with you, bitch? Okay? That's what it was given. But for me, it's when they was surprised, it was like BITCH, you be up there drinking it the fuck down. You on this camera now. You're on this show now. And you playing it the Karen Huger way. I'm not interested. Okay? I'm not interested in that. Matter of fact, I drunk before I came here, to be honest with you, because I knew you bitches was going to be drinking. That's what it given. But okay, man. So, anywho, she talks about going to Utah, I guess she got to go to Utah at some point. And then they asked her about her ex. Is she going to see him? And she says, well, Utah isn't that big. So with it not being that big, of course I'm going to run into him. Like, girl, not necessarily. But where I'm from in Alabama ain't that big. And I still don't run into them hoes like that if I ain't trying to be ran into. Hey, hello. So I'm like, you're going to call that man before, during, and after you touch down. Stop playing. So that's what she said. She said that one time she was out there, she was drunk. And when she was drunk, she ended up getting it in with her ex. Right? And she ended up telling her man, Willie, and Willie was really upset about it because Willie said, listen, you could put the baddest bitch in front of me and I'm still not going to poke her because I know a little piece about loyalty. And that's clearly something that you do not. All right? So that's what Willie said. But I think she's lying, y'all. I'm sorry. I think MJ is a liar. I could be wrong, but I really feel like we're going to find her in a lot of lies this season. I do. I think that when she went to go hunch on that man, I feel like she did it because she wanted to do that. Because one, you're saying that you did it because you were drinking. Then another time you're saying on the phone to Willie, well, it's been so long. Been so long. It's been gone. Like, that's what you told that man, like it's been so long or whatever and all this other stuff. And it's like, okay, so basically that's why you did it, because it's been so long since you fucked him. Hello, it's been so long since you had any zick, and you did what you did because that's what you wanted to do. So don't sit up there and try and make it seem like you're drunk. Okay? Don't make it seem like, oh, because I was drunk, that's why I ended up. No, ma'am. You did what you wanted to do because that's just how you is, bitch. And you're going to do it again. All right? You're going to have Willie out here trying to fold that damn ex up. And let me tell you, you and the ex is raggedy in my personal. Because if y'all done sat up here and got this divorce, figure it out. Either y'all finna get back together and it's actually finna be some of y'all finna leave each other the fuck alone. That's why you so tied up in your damn feelings, because you still sprung up off that zick and you want that man back. You can let that man sit up there and play with you if you want to. Okay? But good luck. Anywho, child, Willie did sit up there and say her, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you always trying to accuse me of shit because you the one out there doing. I said, Willie, you better talk about it. Let us find out Willie was the only man to go into prison and be faithful. Okay? Because Willie could have had him plenty of ladies on the line. Now that'll be interesting if he do. Why he up there talking about some damn loyalty? But let us find out Willie was out there being real faithful to you, and you out here being a thud. A thud. That's what I said. A thud. A thought mixed with a slut. Yep, a thud. Let us find out you was out there acting like that, ma'am. That's not nice. So let's talk about Savannah and Bradley because, of course, y'all know she really wants to get this BBL work done so bad. She wants him to pay for it, and he can't afford it. And that's what's I do go. I have to agree with Bradley. You did tell Bradley did tell you he'll take care of it. And I'm a person where don't tell me you're gonna do some SHI and you don't do it. It don't even gotta be you gonna pay for something. It could be I'm a pick something up. Okay. I'm gonna pick this piece of paper up off the ground. Like BIT, you said you're gonna get it, then get it. Okay. So I understand that part of it. Don't give me your word and then you don't follow through. That'll irritate me because I'm not gonna do that to you, right? But at the same time, Bradley ain't never lied. Like, girl, your family the one with the coinage. Hello, are you there? Your family is the one with the coinage. Okay, so why you just can't go ahead and let them people pay for their booty? I feel like you want him to pay for it so that you can let other people know this is what my man did for me. And I also think that you may want him to pay for it so that once it's done, it'll make him want to stay with you because he invested that much into you by getting your body done. But honestly, girl, NIGGAs get women bodies done all the time. And move the hell on before the year is out. Hate to say it. Okay, that is crazy, girl. Anywho, she shows him a fake butt. She still wants to say surgery. He won't really be able to help. They asked him a question about 20,000 and he said something about 3,000. So it sounds like he's going to be willing to contribute something to her to get her body done. But I'm like, I mean, at least you trying. You gave her your word. You said you was going to take care of it. So I mean, at least you giving 3 racks. Okay? At least you giving something. Maybe she gonna let you pay off the rest of the 17. I don't know, but good luck, honey. So she talks about she puts on like a wedding dress that her mom's wedding dress, and they talk about that. And I think she's at a place where she just wants to go ahead and just go to the courthouse because she wants to hurry up and take him off the market. And I don't know, cause Bradley don't seem like that's what he really into because he just like, you want a courthouse wedding, like you don't want an actual wedding where you got to plan things out and this and that and that. And you know what? Let me say this: a lot of women when they get proposed to, they often think that they only see their vision for what their wedding is going to be, and they never consider the fact that just like you've been waiting all your life to get married or whatever the case is, girl. So has he. He has also had a vision for what he would want his wedding to look like too. So don't just like exclude how he feel about it. And then you have those men that we can't appreciate. They just be like, whatever you want to do. Okay? And thank you for your services and your coin too. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay? But I also feel like Bradley saying something about the courthouse, about not really wanting the courthouse. Oh, you don't want a grand wedding. That's the whole purpose of the wedding, to have the family there, this and that. Baby, Bradley ass is stalling. Bradley is stalling. And it's weird because it makes me question a bit of what the sister said when she went to go meet with Bradley's sister. Okay? Because I was questioning the sister, like, how the hell he don't even talk to you? But then at the same time, it was like, well, I don't know. When I think back on this wedding scene, shit, I mean, maybe he did say that once upon a time. So anywho, she talks to him about wanting to go furniture shopping and she gonna bring his sister. So Bradley and his sister don't talk for whatever reason. I believe that the sister may have jumped on Savannah, or they had a beef or something like that. And he just feel like his sister disrespectful. She unhinged. I don't want to have shit to do with her. If that's something you want to do, then do your thizzle. But don't do it over here with me. Don't include me in on that shit, okay? So he feels like the sister's volatile, okay? She volatile. I ain't trying to, go away from me with this. So Savannah, being that they were good friends, she still cares about her and all of that. So they link up. Her name is Alyssa. So she tells her like, girl, we got like 16 more days before my man is out and I'm getting excited, okay? And then she says, with him getting out, I have to let you know that there have to be boundaries, okay? For my mental health and this, that, and the other. What it sound like to me, let me tell y'all what I'm thinking. I think Bradley's sister, in my opinion, which is not a fact, I think she still uses. And I feel like when Bradley has been locked up, I think that Alyssa and Savannah have continued to participate in certain drug-related activities. That's why she says she'll always be a drug addict or whatever. You know, despite her even taking breaks, I feel like she means she's going to continue to dabble. She may have more control of it now versus what she had then, but she's going to continue to do it here or there, right? That's what I took from it. So Bradley also says he has only ever done weed and he ain't trying to get into none of the SHI that she got going on. Like, that's what she want to do. Just don't try to push that stuff on me. He said that a long time ago. Right? And I feel like that is the conversation that Savannah was really trying to have with her. Like, girl, I know we link up, you know what I'm saying? We do our drugs or whatever like that. But Bradley already told me he ain't fucking with me when I do stuff like that. So I'm going to have to distance myself from you just a little bit. Like, I'm not all the way, but just a little bit for mental health purposes. She said mental health, but it's so that she don't run that man away. Okay? And that may be a good thing, though. Ultimately, you know, even though she's doing this for a man, I feel like the betterment is going to be for you to not be around people that use certain substances that you need to get yourself off of. Okay, because Bradley don't want to be influenced by none of that stuff, which is also a reason why I feel like Bradley don't fuck with his sister. Okay, because when she does do those drugs, she act crazy as hell, just like she did when she got in that fucking store. And I said, girl, what is going on with this woman here? So she tells the sister, No. So yeah, she tells the sister about the boundaries or whatever. And the sister's like, girl, what the hell you talking about? What's going on? The sister immediately gets upset, tells her that she is the only one that has stood by her. Like, when nobody else had your back, wasn't doing none of that, I was there. Okay. Then tells her about my other sister don't even want you at the house. Okay, you're not coming around for the holidays, ma'am. Then says, you know what? Matter of fact, ask Bradley who he loves more, you or our grandmama. So Savannah's like, what the hell is this? What are you talking about? So then she says, our parents don't even want nothing to do with you, and you wonder why? Okay. She says, you know, all of this is really about control, and you're sick. And I'm just like, that escalated real quick. Like, was it the editing that was chopped up? And I feel like, of course, editing may have played a part, but primarily, I really feel like that girl was just lashing out, saying whatever came to her damn mind. Okay, because she was pissed. Not you over there trying to be friendly with the girl, hanging with her and talk about, oh yeah, I like this sofa and this right here and that right there. Everything good, but you knew this whole time your damn family didn't even like the damn girl, and she wasn't even welcome at the house for holidays. Like, what's going on? So she tells her, oh, and just so you know, Bradley is planning on dumping you. How about that? Ha! He's going to dump you, girl. So then she says, Bradley says that she is paying his finances and getting him through jail, and he is going to dump her afterwards. So now listen, that's a possibility, which is real interesting now that I'm thinking about it, because maybe, just maybe, because she is financially taking care of him while he's locked up, maybe that's why she wants him to get the BBL done for her, because instead of you paying me the money back, just pay for the BBL. That kind of makes sense to me. And so the sister complains about Bradley not wanting to have anything to do with them as a family or whatever, and said it's her fault. She's like, nobody has talked to him. Okay, like, you're going to want to talk to somebody at some point, and, you know, you're not talking to them. Like, it's because of her. And it's like, nah, Bradley really don't fuck with y'all. He really don't want to have nothing to do with y'all. Okay, that came out of his own mouth. But aside from that, I do believe at some point Bradley could have told his sister that he's just using her until he get out. She could pay for everything and all of that until he gets out. But then I'm sure during that time he grew more care for her or whatever the case is. Okay, so that's what they got going on. So I don't know, y'all let me know. Bradley could be on some BS. Or potentially not. I know that sister was on some shit for sure. But I think that Savannah still uses drugs, and she needs to conceal whatever it is that she does with Bradley, from Bradley. So she needs to separate herself from the sister. So those are my thoughts. But y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below, honey. I just wanted to come real quick, give y'all my review on what is it? I don't even know what it is, y'all. I'm seeing love after lockup, love during lockup. It's really giving love during lockup. But I don't know which one it is to even know. Then I'm seeing season 5, episode 50 something. So I'm probably just going to put that up here, girl, because I don't know what the hell going on. It's just too much. But leave your thoughts and comments down below. I'll catch y'all in the next one, honey. Bye-bye.
Tell them I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters. I'm silent. Nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification. Them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM and the ATM. done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF. Got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invade the gym. High elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up, I got laser focus, about to take it over. I'm invader